Ever wondered how the early life of Albert Einstein, the brain of the 20th century, unfolded? Born on the 14th of March, 1879, in the city of Ulm, Germany, he was the first child of Hermann and Pauline Einstein. His father, Hermann, an academically gifted Ashkenazi Jew, had to surrender his studies due to financial constraints and worked in a feather bed shop. Albert's mother, Pauline, belonged to a family of German Jews with extensive business connections. In 1880, when Albert was still an infant, the family moved to Munich, the largest city in southern Germany. Here, in the heart of the burgeoning age of electrification, Hermann and his brother Jacob sought to establish an electrical engineering company. Albert was enrolled in a Catholic elementary school before advancing to the Luitpold Gymnasium. The seeds of genius were already being sown in Einstein's early years. The remarkable intellect of Einstein did not take long to surface. As a young boy, he exhibited an insatiable hunger for knowledge that extended well beyond the educational curriculum of his time. A particularly striking example of this was his self-taught mastery of algebra and the advanced geometry of the ancient Greek mathematician Euclid in the summer of 1891, a feat that many students don't accomplish until their later years of schooling. To support Albert's burgeoning interest in mathematics and science, the Einstein family enlisted the help of a family tutor, Max Talmud. Talmud, a man who had made a name for himself in the fields of optometry and ophthalmology, was initially tasked with teaching Albert advanced mathematics and scientific principles. However, it didn't take long for the tables to turn. Albert's understanding and knowledge soon began to surpass that of his tutor, particularly in subjects such as calculus, algebra, and geometry. It was clear that Einstein was no ordinary student. However, Einstein's intellectual curiosity was not confined solely to the realms of science and mathematics. As he entered his teenage years, he began to delve into the works of some of the most influential philosophical writers of the 18th and 19th centuries. One name that stands out is Immanuel Kant, a German Enlightenment philosopher known for his dense and analytical discussions on metaphysics, the study of the nature of reality. Einstein immersed himself in Kant's Critique of Pure Reason, a philosophical tract first published in 1781 and widely regarded as one of the most complex ever written. In a world where schooling was largely focused on rote learning and memorization, Einstein stood out. He sought understanding and knowledge, not just facts. His intellectual journey was not a path laid out by his teachers or tutors, but a road he paved himself, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a desire to understand the world around him. Even at a young age, Einstein was already stepping beyond the boundaries of his education. His early signs of brilliance were just a glimmer of the groundbreaking work he would go on to do, reshaping our understanding of the universe. A change of scenery often brings new perspectives and opportunities. This was certainly the case for Einstein. In the mid-1890s, the Einstein family found themselves on the move once again, but this time they were trading the German landscapes for the sunny vistas of northern Italy. This move was prompted not by a thirst for adventure, but rather by the practical demands of business. Hermann and Jacob Einstein's electrical engineering venture had hit a roadblock in Munich, and they were seeking fresh opportunities in Italy's bustling industrial scene. As they settled first in Milan and then in Pavia, the Einstein family found themselves immersed in a new culture, a new language, and a new way of life. But for young Albert, this was more than just a geographical transition. It was a journey into a new intellectual landscape, a journey that would shape his future in ways he could not yet fully comprehend. Despite the upheavals, Albert's education continued unabated. His father might have hoped that the move to Italy would spark a greater interest in applied engineering, but Albert's passion lay elsewhere. He was increasingly drawn to the world of science and mathematics, a world that promised not just practical applications, but also profound insights into the very nature of the universe. In the summer of 1891, young Albert had already taught himself algebra and the advanced geometry of the ancient Greek mathematician Euclid. Not satisfied with just the basics, he devoured advanced mathematical and scientific principles, often outpacing his family tutor, Max Talmud. The seeds of his scientific curiosity had been sown, and they were beginning to take root in the fertile soil of his precocious mind. But it was not just in the realm of science and mathematics that Albert showed promise. He was also delving into the works of some of the most profound philosophical thinkers of the 18th and 19th centuries. His reading of Immanuel Kant's Critique of Pure Reason reveals a young mind grappling with the deepest questions of metaphysics and the nature of reality. In Italy, Einstein's scientific curiosity was beginning to shape his future. Imagine a young Einstein, his mind buzzing with theories and ideas, stepping into the world of advanced learning. In the late 19th century, Zurich, Switzerland, became the incubator for Einstein's genius. The city's Polytechnic Institute, known today as ETH Zurich, became his intellectual playground. As a physics and mathematics student, Einstein found himself surrounded by minds as curious and driven as his own. It was here that he began to explore the mysteries of light and its peculiar properties, a fascination that led to his early work on the photoelectric effect. This phenomenon, where light can be used to knock electrons off a metal target, seemed to defy the classical wave theory of light. But Einstein, with his audacious mind, was not one to shy away from a challenge. The Polytechnic Institute was not just a place of rigorous academic pursuit, it was also where Einstein met Mileva Maric, a fellow physics student who would later become his wife. Their intellectual partnership was a crucial part of Einstein's formative years. Together they would discuss and debate physics, mathematics, and philosophy late into the night, pushing each other to think beyond the conventions of their time. Einstein's years in Zurich were also marked by his relentless pursuit of research. Unfettered by the constraints of a formal job, he dedicated his time to understanding the fundamental principles of physics. His work during this period would later form the bedrock of modern quantum theory. In Zurich, Einstein was not just a student, but an explorer, charting the uncharted territories of science. He was a dreamer, daring to envision a universe where space and time were interwoven into a single continuum. But most importantly, he was a thinker, never content with accepting the world as it was presented to him. His time in Zurich shaped Einstein, the student, into Einstein, the scientist. It was here that his theories started to take root, growing into ideas that would change our understanding of the universe. In Zurich, Einstein was laying the groundwork for his revolutionary theories. Albert Einstein's contributions to science are nothing short of monumental. His life was a symphony of ideas that fundamentally changed how we perceive reality. His legacy, carved into the bedrock of scientific thought, continues to shape our understanding of the universe. Einstein's crowning achievement, perhaps, is his theory of relativity. With it, he redefined our understanding of space and time. He proposed that instead of being absolute, both are interwoven into a four-dimensional fabric called space-time. This revolutionary idea toppled the classical notion of physics and laid the foundation for the study of the universe on a grand scale. But Einstein didn't stop there. He also made significant inroads into the world of quantum theory. At a time when the wave theory of light was widely accepted, Einstein proposed that light could also be understood as a stream of particles. His work on the photoelectric effect, demonstrating that light can behave as both a wave and a particle, earned him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. Yet, the brilliance of Einstein extends beyond his scientific achievements. His life and philosophies have left a deep impact on our global consciousness. He was a pacifist, a humanist, and a tireless advocate for education and civil rights. His quotes, filled with wisdom and wit, continue to inspire and guide us in the 21st century. Einstein's legacy is also marked by his influence on future generations of scientists. His theories have been the launching pad for countless scientific careers, and have driven technological advancements that shape our everyday lives. From GPS technology that relies on his theory of relativity to the development of lasers, which stem from his work on the quantum theory, Einstein's fingerprints are everywhere. His life story, from a young patent clerk in Switzerland to a world-renowned physicist, is a testament to the power of curiosity, creativity, and perseverance. It's a reminder that great ideas don't always come from conventional paths or traditional institutions. It's a celebration of the human mind's capacity to question, to imagine, to innovate. Einstein's impact goes beyond science and permeates our culture, our philosophies, and our collective imagination. His iconic equation, E equals m², has become a symbol of scientific brilliance. His image, the wild-haired genius, is immediately recognizable and has become synonymous with the idea of a scientist. His name itself has become an adjective used to describe anything exceptionally clever. In every sense, Albert Einstein was a maverick. He challenged the status quo, pushed boundaries, and showed us that the universe is far more strange and wonderful than we ever imagined. His work has illuminated our path into the cosmos, fueling our quest for knowledge and discovery. Indeed, Einstein's life and work have left an indelible mark on the annals of science. His legacy, much like the universe he helped us understand, is vast and enduring. It's a legacy of knowledge, of curiosity, of daring to imagine the unimaginable. And it's a legacy that will continue to inspire and guide us as we venture further into the cosmos.